What's good? Black Ham TV. What's good, my man? About to do a quick live stream, man. I hadn't been able to do this in a while, man. What's wrong? Can you hear me? What you mad? What you hot about? Hey, Chicken J. What's good? All right, y'all. Hit the like button on the way in. All right, can you guys hear me? Or is it breaking up? All right, now y'all can hear me because I listened to myself real quick. Hustler Slim, what's good, man? What's blazing in sports? What's happening? Ray Zone. Black 90 said, no one mentioning food. I'm fasting. Oh, what's good, man? Dactyl, what's good? Charles Tiller in the house, what's good? Mike Biggs Boxing, what's good? Illinois established 1992. Yo, what's happening, Fanon? I'm chilling. What's good with you, man? Shout out to everybody. Man, much love in the super chat, Matt Wade. What's up? Oh, Valcanus, man. Much love in the super chat. What's up with you? Oh, yeah. I'm chilling, man. I'm happy, man. I've been working my tail off. That's good. You guys get notifications? Man, that was crazy because it was dang sure not going for a while. Like last week, I don't know what that was. Hopefully they switched it back to just letting everybody get the notifications they're asking for. Messiah, what's happening with you, man? Hey, look, yo, Miko, cool, man. What's good? So let's get into this, man. So Anthony Joshua's landing in LA. I just got done listening to Black Fight Fan TV's video, and I'm starting to think that all right, man, these cats are really starting to try to promote this fight. Ticket TV in the house. What's good, man? I gotta find a way. I'm gonna be on here for an hour, man. But Ticket TV, I'm gonna send you a link. Let me know if you get this link because every time I've heard your videos, man, I'm like, shit, I gotta figure out how to get this dude a link. I'm only gonna be on here for an hour. But if you can't come on, just tell me if you get this link. Oh, Sal, you sick again? I hope it's nothing serious, man. Hope it's not serious, Sal. But what's good, man? I hadn't talked to you in a couple days. Man, I've been so busy, it's crazy. Manuel, I can't wait for a while to catch AJ with that uppercut. Shoot, AJ got a hell of an uppercut too, man. So, hey, it ain't gonna be easy, man. But I'm hoping this fight's happening, man. I really do. But God, I was just getting ready to do this video, and I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be, less negative. I haven't called Anthony Joshua ass juice in I think 3 weeks. I think and I didn't actually call him that then now, but I haven't done that in a while. But man, after that nonsense he put out there, I was thinking, oh God, he's gonna hurt. He's gonna oh, he's coming to America. That's not great. I'm just saying he came to LAX. He's supposed to land in LAX today. And so we must be coming to the United States, man. I'm hoping that means they're going to sit down and try to wrap this thing up and get this dude some good money. Get this dude that good money. He needs to get that good money and not walk away from that fight. Now, what Roy Jones Jr. was saying, man, I feel it's going to be a meeting with HBO or Miller. Gotti's Corner. What's good, man? I'm not sure if I've seen your channel here before, man, but what's up, man? Hope's all's well with you. I mean, why? I don't think. I mean, you got $50 million on the table. You better go meet with those cats that got that money there. Catch Alexander Fanon. What up, homie? Coming to America like Eddie Murphy. I mean, yeah, he'd be smart to do it, man. I'm with you, King El Ray. He said, I'm tired. He said, Gorilla. What's that, Black Ham TV? He said, I'm tired of this AJ dude. Yeah, I was about to do a video. I think I might be doing the video to see who's the bigger hype job, man. I thought that if he doesn't take this fight, man, I think he compares favorably. I mean, I think Vasyl Lomachenko, as far as height, is less of a hype job than Anthony Joshua is. And I don't think, let me put it this way. I think that, yeah, I'll put it that way. I think that Vasyl Lomachenko is less of a hype job than Anthony Joshua is. Oh, Ticket said AJ been in LA all morning. What's he doing? Interviews? They trying to get his name spread out? Ticket. But let me tell you why I'm saying this dude's less of a thing, because Vasyl Lomachenko really can't fight, man. He really can't. He really can't fight. I'm not so sure about Anthony Joshua, man. I'm just not. I'm not so sure. Oh no, Tara DeCal. I'm not feeling Lomachenko. Hell yeah, I'm feeling Lomachenko as a fighter. Yes. When I talk about Vasil Lomachenko, man, what's going on, Wet Farts? Shit's a funny ass name. Yeah, I hit the like button on the way in. Now, when I'm talking about, and I'm going to be on here for an hour, just about an hour, because then 78 Sports TV is going to come on, going to go on. So I'm going to stop this right before I go to 78 Sports TV stream. I had verified I don't want to break up the morning program, the daily LDBC morning program with Black Fight with 78 Sports TV, but I wanted to see if I could get on a little earlier. So, and he's going to go on at about 10. Yeah. Oh, Broderick, Fanon and Lomachenko doesn't have a bad attitude. That's a bitch attitude. Yeah, that's it. That's it for right there, because Lomachenko can fight, and Lomachenko wants to fight. And he doesn't, and he ain't going to just tell somebody, yeah, give me $50 million and I ain't taking a fight. I guarantee you, if somebody offered Vasil Lomachenko $50 million to fight Terrence Crawford, he'd have his little ass in the ring. He'd have his little ass in the ring trying to win that fight. What's going on, Brian Taylor? So yeah, man, because I think Vasil Lomachenko is the real deal inside the ring. It's what goes on with Bob Arum and Top Rank and the promotion around him that annoys me. That's the thing. And I've said there's ways that Lomachenko can back all that up. You know what I mean? He's on his way to being able to present an argument for everything that they're saying about him. But he's just not there yet. Ali Voso in the house. What's good, my man? What is happening? Much love in the super chat. Ali, hey man, email me again, because I want to get together. I want to get together with you on something. This is my dad calling me, so I gotta you guys gotta excuse me for 1 second. Hey, Dad. Hello? Okay, cool. I'm sorry. It was my dad calling. I always respect him by answering the phone. But hey, man, Ali Voso, hit me up on that email, man. We gotta do something, man. I gotta figure. I couldn't find that song again. Will Magic, man. Hey, Fanon, strangely enough, there's no mention in the UK of AJ being in the US. It's like he snuck over here without letting his fans know. Man, his fans are the worst. His fans are the worst. Straight up and down the worst. I had a dude from the UK say, what's going on, Will Magic, man? I had this dude from the UK send me a note and said, do not talk about UK fans. It's not UK fans, it's AJ fans. UK fans, real Bison fans, are not buying this nonsense, and we don't support this nonsense. We see what's happening. Those are AJ fans doing that, right? So I'm like, okay, good to know. I will say AJ fans. Since our country has joined now, since our community, our Black American community has now joined with the royal family, I feel, especially linked up, with the UK. Oh man, that shit's hilarious, man. I hope that girl lives. Shit, that shit was damn near suicidal. Do that shit. GGG and Lomo fanboys are the worst. Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. But no, honestly, man, I think AJ fans are worse because there's more of them. See, and there's because they got this new breed of casual fan. It's a new type of casual fan, a British type of casual fan. So what you don't hear, like you used to hear, like I know who the people are from, for Gennady Golovkin, for Lomachenko, the ones that read the title of your videos and reply. St. Cruz said, true, real UK fans want the fight. It's the fanboys who don't. Yeah, pretty much, man. That's what they're saying. Lawrence RB in the super chat. Much love in the super chat. So what percentage on AJ going down in the US? A Black Fight fan has sold me on 100%. Well, look, man, I wouldn't say it's 100% of anything. I really wouldn't do. Oh, yeah. Don Banks said, biracial my ass. I'm going to tell you a funny story about that chick because I wasn't paying attention to her. What's going on, Corey Lee? Man, she turned her nose way up on that shit when somebody called her that, man. About because she's one of them black chicks that are, that have a white, I think she's a white daddy or something. That's like, nah, it doesn't make a difference. If you got a black parent, you're black. That's what you are. You're just black. That's what you are. And so that's like her and Haley Berry believe that. So, because that's the truth. Shit, every black person in America is biracial, whatever. But anyway, she can be biracial, and the UK can have that bitch. Oh, yay, dog. Yeah, I don't get with how she gonna marry somebody with a like Nazi swastikas and blackface parties and all that. Like, how did he explain his way out of that shit? But anyway, it is what it is, man. Let's get back to boxing. I'm definitely not going to talk about that long. But yeah, what's going on, Black Fight Fan TV? Excuse me, what's going on, Blood Boxing? I said Black Fight Fan TV just out of because my dude said something else. Fanon, not black, dark skin. Oh, that's right. That's true. Because I'm about the same color as half of Mexico. So if y'all brown, I'm brown too. And little yellow dude, Blood Boxing. Blood Boxing, one of them yellow colored dudes too. Don't hide, Blood. We know, we seen your face. Yeah, peace chat say Blood Boxing, what's up? Great. Okay, that's not me. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I'm saying, man, about he said, yeah, my bro. I know I seen you, Blood. Don't act super black. You kind of black. You like mocha. Some shit like that. Marcus Johnson said these new casuals don't care nothing about fact nor logic. Yeah, and they I don't know, man. But these are the worst. The Anthony Joshua ones are the worst. Because they just don't know boxing at all. The ones with Gennady Golovkin and Lomachenko, they are piggybacking on. I think a lot of them are just piggybacking on them, wanting to hope. They want to hope. They've been in the United States for a long time. It's real hard. They've had to switch to MMA. They probably really don't like MMA that much because let's be honest, man. I mean, MMA for women are cool, but for me, men, I can't get into MMA for men because it's a bunch of half-naked men rolling around the ground with each other. So, I pretty much like want to look away from the fucking screen anytime they get into a wrestling game because I'm like, this shit ain't right. So they probably really don't want to watch that shit. But, that's the only way that they really can feel like they can really feel good and pride in their phony ass, sense of themselves. So they kind of ride with, they ride whatever surrogate they can get in the boxing world. And I understand that. They're predictable. They do that on a regular basis. But they said, wow, John Jones took over MMA. Yeah, he kept getting popped, though. Excuse me. But these cats over there from the UK, half of them are just trolls. Like trolls, man. I think literally these dudes are just, they get something. They may not be bots completely. I know there really are bots out there that do it, but there are some cats. I think I might have missed the super chat. If I did, man, let me get that. Let me say what's up to you, Lawrence. Oh yeah, Lawrence RB. I didn't answer your question. I would say, I'm leaning towards it happening. I mean, it's hard to pass that up. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure for this fight to happen. And so I would probably say 90% if I had to put a percentage on it. But here's the thing. I'm preparing for the inevitable, or I'm preparing mentally for either one. Right? If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, cool. But if it doesn't happen and he fights Alexander Povetkin first, Anthony Joshua's a paper champion and there's no coming back from it. He will forever be a fraud. He'll just be a fraud. And there's not any coming back from that, man. You can't get on. You can't. With me, there's no coming back for it. I'll call that dude a fraud for the rest of his professional career. Me. Because he asked for it. Because he asked for the fight. And when you ask for a fight, you ask for money, being a little smart ass, and you don't take it when it comes to you, then you go out the window as a fraud. And all this Roy Jones Jr., man, I understand where Roy Jones Jr. is coming from. But at the same time, man, Roy Jones telling him don't make the fight. Teddy Atlas, don't make the fight. You got all these cats saying don't make the fight because you're not ready. And they say don't fight this guy, you can't win. That's what Roy Jones said. After all of that, he was like, now the duck, Clearly, that's a duck. But what he's saying is, hey, man, you can't win. You can't win the fight. So, and then you still don't take it. See, that to somebody like Roy, like to somebody like Andre Ward. Andre Ward said, this is why I loved Andre Ward. I love Andre Ward, man. That's my dude as a boxer, you know. What's going on, Fahim Sator? He said, look, man, if anybody told me there was somebody in my weight division that I couldn't beat, he's going to have to see me. It's about being a fighter. And that's Andre Ward's mentality. Andre Ward, compare Andre Ward's mentality to Anthony Joshua's mentality. And you see, you got one dude as a warrior, another dude's an underwear model. That's what that shit seems like to me, man. It's like a bunch of homoerotic fanboys out there, AJ boys who just want to look at him flex his chest and, you know, come out to flames and fire and, oh, yeah, let's get out of here, man. Just trash. All the way around trash. Chris Walker said, Fanon, could AJ be stalling because, oh, man, shout out in the super chat, man. Fanon, could AJ be stalling because he is trying to get clean before VADA testing for Wilder fight? Yeah, he could be, but he better not be. If he has to get clean for VADA testing, he's going to get knocked out something ugly. He's going to get knocked out something ugly if he's juicing. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be if he's juicing. But yeah, he could be. You know, I saw a title for that. I had said that at a point, and I saw a title. I didn't get to see 78 Sports TV's video on that. But I've heard the argument made. Shout out to him on that video. Check out his channel. Ken Wood said AJ ain't even #1 pound for pound. No, why would he be? No, absolutely not. He's heavyweights shouldn't be, in my opinion, you don't even need. I mean, heavyweights don't need pound for pound. And that's a big problem with this proliferation of the term pound for pound. Heavyweights don't need that. They don't need some hypothetical thing out there. Because here's the thing. Anthony Joshua, I can get on Anthony Joshua about this fight with Deontay Wilder, but I'm not thinking, who can win, Terrence Crawford or Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua will knock that dude through. You could put like I said, before you put goalposts, 15 feet outside the ring, and he hits him on the chin and see if he can make it through it. He's too big. He's too strong. So he doesn't even need pound for pound because you just know those little dudes can't beat him. If they get it, and they can all go up there. If Vasil Lomachenko wanted to move up to 100 and, 200, he wants to, get up to 140 pounds and go fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. If a sanctioning body, they're probably only problem keeping him from doing that would be a sanctioning body. A state athletic commission not letting the fight happen because it would be a gross mismatch. And they don't want to see somebody, they don't want to see somebody die. Right. But he has the right to do that. So heavyweights don't need pound for pound. They are the real deal. Everybody else is like, to me, everybody else other than the heavyweight division is just, it's just a second act, really. What's going on, Nino Brown Boxing? Man, we got to get back together, Nino. We were supposed to do one again. We were supposed to do one, but we just hadn't got to it, man. I've been seeing your name, man. I got to make sure we get together and get that done, man. But yeah, Chris Walker, he could be stalling. He could be stalling for a couple paydays, and he could be making the fight. And this could all be just, a bunch of, banter back and forth while they're, trying to sell a fight. Because there's a lot of interest in the fight, man. I don't think there's any more interest in any other boxing. Corey Lee Boxing, why are you bringing the name of Usyk into this discussion? What does Usyk have to do with this? Usyk will get his head beaten halfway off he will get, Alexander Usyk is not beating Anthony Joshua. And he will probably die in a ring with Deontay Wilder. It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen, man. But he's more than welcome to do that. He's more than welcome to jump up there and throw them pity pat punches with Gerald Miller and lose. Because if he fought Gerald Miller, he'd get beat by Gerald Miller. Alexander Usyk get ran out by Gerald Miller. Because he lets his hands go the same way. A bunch of punches, tip tap, tip tap, tip tap, and that dude weighs 300. He diets down to 300 pounds, and he's got just as good of endurance. That's my take on it. What's good to Robinson, man? Onyx said he juicing. Oh, Nino Brown says Usyk stands no chance against Wilder, Ortiz, AJ. The list goes on. Yeah, it's not tough. I think Usyk's going to win that tournament, though. I think Usyk's going to win that tournament. I really do. Boat man, what's happening? Life is good over here, man. Life is good. Oh, Poppy said George Carpentier knocked out welterweights and heavyweights. Okay. Good. Hey, credit to him. Roy Jones Jr. beat a heavyweight. I want to know who the lightweight is that knocked out. Somebody tell me who the lightweight is that knocked down. There was a welterweight that knocked down Jack Johnson. Y'all remember that? The funniest video in the history of boxing is Stanley Ketchel knocking down Jack Johnson because he knocked him down. I know you guys. Has anybody seen that? Before I say what happens, man, has anybody saw what happened? That was hilarious. Honestly, man, I think that was the funniest moment in boxing. I don't know of a funnier moment in boxing history than that. Dude from Chicago, yeah, he was a middleweight. You talking about Stanley Ketchel? Yeah, Stanley Ketchel was a middleweight. And he knocked down Jack Johnson. Oh, he said, yeah, Migo said, yeah, it's funny as hell. Oh, God, man. Teeth like, yeah, exactly. It was hilarious, man. Yep, y'all say, oh, what happened? Let me tell you, RJ, I don't want to repeat we got hardcore boxing fans in here, so a lot of people know it. What's good on the Diesel? What happened was this. Jack Johnson took a fight against this guy named Stanley Ketchel, who was a middleweight, was a good fighter. And he agreed ahead of time that he would carry Stanley Ketchel. He's like, look, basically, Jack Johnson said, look, I agree not to hurt you, right? But we can both make money. You can take the fight. And so Jack Johnson was playing around, just kind of doing whatever, thinking that they were just going to go ahead and, he was going to carry him and he was going to win by decision and it was going to be a day. But then Stanley Ketchel double-crossed him and stuck him real hard with I think it was a straight right hand or a right hook and knocked Jack Johnson down. Jack Johnson got knocked down, looked up, jumped right up to his feet, hit Stanley Ketchel so hard in the mouth that it knocked Stanley Ketchel out completely out cold. And then you see him brushing his teeth. He brushing his glove to get Stanley Ketchel's teeth out of his glove. Literally smashed his mouth to bits, dog. Because he got cute. Now, which is something that he could have probably done, and he could have just walked out and did that to him. You know what I'm saying? Again, hey, Nino Brown, you just watched it. It's hilarious, man. You got to watch that shit. Oh, man, I wish that the film quality was better so you could see that like real time and it didn't break off. But on the real, man, that is one of the funniest moments in boxing history to me. And that's what tells you he could not take that punch. Right now, for a minute, what's going on, Mr. Boxing today? He couldn't take the punch. Because you got to do, like, I don't know, Jack Johnson was probably 210, 220, right? 6'2", 6'3", 210, something like that. He might have weighed a little less at the time, whatever, but a big, strong dude. And he hit him with something where just a little guy, you really can't take that amount of force on your little ass body. This shit doesn't work that way. So that's what I'm saying. There is no, you don't ever have to put a heavyweight. You don't ever have to put heavyweights in a pound for pound conversation because it's going to take, you have to have another level of skill. What's going on, Reef the Watcher? You have to have another level of skill just to not get hurt. Really, really hurt. And some of you guys, you just got to be in there with, you got to be in there with a really, really big dude to feel that, man. I mean, we got some real, I know like Mr. Boxing today is a real big dude. I know Blood's a real big dude. I'm like a medium-sized dude. And I'm telling you, when you're in there with a guy, like when you just be in a fight, man, I got in a fight with a dude who was like Jesus, man, he's like 6'2", 260, 6'3", 260, something like that, right? Just naturally big country, big dude. That shit feels different, man. It's not like you getting, they will move your whole body out of position. You know what I mean? They'll move your shit completely out of position because they just too damn big. So there's just no need to do that, man. There's just no need for that. Mr. Boxing Day. Yes, say yeah, Mr. Boxing Day. Yeah, we talked Jack Johnson because I was telling him, somebody said that Anthony Joshua, kind of blasting on Anthony Joshua a little bit, as usual, as well deserved, from our our esteemed Anthony Joshua's ass with all that bullshit, man. He needs to make the fight and come on. But basically, what we were saying, I told the story. Somebody said that, forgive me for not remembering the name of the commentator that put it up there, that Anthony Joshua's not pound for pound. And I was like, to be fair, you just got to say he doesn't have to be pound for pound, because when you're in the heavyweights, that's really not a weight division, right? It's not a weight division. It's pretty much just anybody can fight in the heavyweight division as long as they can get the fight sanctioned, because there's no weight limit. There's no top to it, right? So pretty much that everybody else needs that weight class, because if they get in with a guy significantly bigger than them, then most of that skill is going to go out of the window. So I was talking about Jack Johnson, and what I thought was the funniest story, the funniest moment I've ever seen in boxing, which is the replay of Stanley Ketchel versus Jack Johnson, where Stanley Ketchel got cute and punched, it still makes me laugh. Jack Johnson knocked him down. Jack Johnson jumped up and knocked all his teeth out his mouth. That's what you get for fucking around with the big boys. If you're not a big boy, dude, seriously, that's why I'm telling you, man, if you're not a real big boy, dog, you need to stay in your weight class. You cannot, like Usyk, that cute pity pat stuff. That's tough, man. That's tough to get away with when a dude who can hit you and move your head from one side of your neck all the way to the other and have it bounce back into the glove. Nah. That's a lot of force. That's a lot of centrifugal force leaving that ground, going up through his hips, through his arms, all the way to enter that punch. Too much, man. Nina Brown said 180 pounds soaking wet and over here. I'm not sure. RJ say, yeah, you just watched, dog. Yep. He said, yeah, I just watched. Damn, I'm telling you, that shit was crazy. Mr. Boxing Today said Cashel all-time great middleweight, but had no business in there with Johnson. No business. And tried to get cute, man. Tried to get cute with it and got blasted. What's going on, Underrated Darkness? How you feeling, man? He said, I first I got hit by a guy outweighing me by 25 kilograms and more, and my head smashed on the wall and cut the back of my ear, but I still didn't stop me though. Yeah, I got you, man. I'm not. I got in front of a guy and played football with a cat that was 6'6". He's 6'6", 360. It was my first year in school. And like the first year students play the third year students. And his third year cat had played college football. And so we were playing them, and I tried to block. I just tried to stand in front of this cat that was like, 6'6", 3. I mean, he's 6'6", and he looked, there's no way he might have weighed 400 pounds. He's huge, but he could run. And he hit me, just brushed me. I don't even feel it. I didn't even feel the contact. I just thought he would run around. I might be able to, hold him up or something. He just kind of dipped his elbow. And all I saw was I felt my body lift. I felt me, go parallel in the air, like parallel to the ground in the air. And all I saw was sky. And I dropped. It felt like I dropped 4 feet, bounced, and was like, and I didn't even feel anything. So the dude comes back. He's like, man, don't ever do that again. And I was like, yeah. Hell no. I'm not doing it. That's what I'm saying, dog. Hell no, dude. You can't play with. If you're not a big boy, nah. Mr. Boxing Today said, fun fact, the Eastern European fighters have utilized Klitschko's famous move called the Ketchel shift. Golovkin and Kovalev use it the most. Oh, good to know, man. I got to check out what that is. I like that technical boxing talk from you, Mr. Boxing Today. I got to make sure I get off here. I got about another half hour. I ain't going to counter program a man 78. Oh, I think I might have missed a super chat, man. Ray Murphy, man. Raymond Murphy, man. Shout out to super chat. Shout out to you, 78, Black Fight Fan TV, and the LDBC. Good work. Thank you, sir. Trying to make it happen. Try to do it. Cass Fanon, have you ever watched Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willer? Yes, I did. That was a brutal beatdown with loaded gloves. Yeah. Oh, man, get him a. This guy, Racer 4D, man, you said some real foul shit on my page, I do believe, the other day. I read all my comments, man. Come on, man. If I recall you correctly, don't do that, man. I don't have time for it, man. Oh, yeah, it said, Mr. Box today was an ass whooping. Man, it was brutal. They said his gloves were loaded, but man, God, dog, that was ugly. He was like he was denting shit. The only punch, one that I thought was more brutal than that, was it Mike Tyson versus Andrew Galata? Mike Tyson against Andrew Galata, I thought Mike Tyson dented his face. If somebody remembered that right, and then Galata didn't come out or something like that, but that was probably one of the most gruesome beatdowns that I've seen. That's what that reminded me of, Jess Willer. Just something where it's like everything it's like when he hit him, it didn't just daze him, it literally was breaking things. Oh, he said the loaded glove thing was a myth. Could have been, could be, could not be. I don't know. I'll tell you this: every punch that dude landed was like a ton of bricks. Oh, yeah, Mr. Bite said, Galata said no mas. Yeah, that was real ugly, man. It was real ugly, dude. Oh, no, I haven't seen the fireman Jim Flynn headbutt Jack Johnson 20 times in a row now, but I wouldn't doubt that they did it, man. He said he damn near fought his own corner. It's funny. Yeah, man, but those are the brutals. Those are brutal beatdowns. Brutal beatdowns, man. Like, Margiata Cotto, yeah. Oh, that loaded glove beatdown, yeah, that was ugly. And honestly, man, I think that he did that I think Margarito did that to Paul Williams as well. Because Paul Williams is whooping his ass. It was easy money. And as that fight went on, every punch that Margarito landed started just hurting him. Like his punching power got bigger as the fight went on, as that padding started getting closer to that plaster. But I wouldn't put, people say that's a myth with Jack Dempsey. I mean, that's a myth that lasts a long time, dog. Excuse me. Brian Iola, my older brother, dented someone's face, 150 pounds, but death is in his hands. Oh man, that's crazy, man. Let me see. Angel Morale said, but that punch Tyson hit scarecrow looking brother with the afro was most brutal to me. Who was that? Fanon, did you look at that Stevenson Badu Jack fight again? Nah, I don't need to see that. Are you talking? Is there another Curtis Stevenson's in middleweight? You talking about Stevenson? Badu Jack again? No, I didn't. I mean, I saw the fight. I know what I believe on that fight. I believe that Badu Jack tossed like 5 of the first 6 rounds out the window, and he came in strong, and he would have won the fight if he had got that knockdown in the 12th. But like I said, man, you got to do an Errol Spence Jr. when you get on the road, man. Just straight up. And if they rematch, I mean, he should rematch him. He should rematch him in Canada and go back and knock him out, dog. I mean, that's what's up. Fight World TV, what's going on, man? Yeah, it has been a while, man. Hope all's well with you. Yeah, he should just go back and do that again, man. There. I mean, he did well there to begin with. He just needs to just go for it a little quicker, man. That's my opinion. I heard Floyd clowning people for having their opinion about, putting his foot on the gas a little bit more. But, hey, man, if he had, don't leave it to the judges, man. Go out on your stretcher. If go out on your shield if you got to go out on your shield. Oh, Mr. Boxing today said, I think Usyk can beat some top 15 guys. Yeah, well, said Mr. Box, tell Fanon that. He just did tell me, but let me tell you what he said. He said some top 15 guys. Mr. Boxing today, what about Usyk versus Wilder? What about the two champions? What about Usyk versus Wilder, Usyk versus Joshua? See, because if you give Corey a rope, you know that saying, I'm going to use it. Give a nigga a rope, he want to be a cowboy. That's that mug, Give him an inch, you want to take a mile. Wilder and AJ by brutal KO. Okay? Don't try to take the 1 or 2 inches that Mr. Boxing today gives you and go run with it. All right? Yeah, some top 15 guys. Let's go through some top 15 guys. Oh, man, Corey Lee, I love talking to you, man. I really do, man. You are a breath of fresh air. Ooh-ee. Let me see. Boxing rankings. Heavyweight division. Let's go to number 15. That would be Andy Ruiz Jr., Koyarato Fujimoto, Adam Kwanaki, and Ebenezer Teth. Oh, he ain't beating Huey Fury. He might get number 14 for the WBC is Huey Fury. He ain't beating Huey Fury. Laron Mitchell, Tommy Schwartz, Dukakis, Brian Jennings, we got Christine Hammer, we got Otto Whalen, we got Bogdan Dinu. Yeah, I haven't seen those guys fight. So you would have to, lean onto the understanding of you'd have to lean onto the understanding of Mr. Boxing today for those. But Deontay Wilder will literally do a Stanley Catchall on him. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Man, there ain't enough steroids in the world to get that dude out of that fight awake, man. He's too little, and he's got no power. What's he going to do? He can't punch, or he doesn't punch. And you got guys that are that much, it ain't working, man. I heard Rubinsky is in L.A., do you think this AJ vacation is a smokescreen to sign the deal with PED Vetkin? I can't say whether that is the case or not. I really can't. Hey, man, we've got 273 people in the building, and let's get some likes up, man. And I know you got some of you AJ guys out here to hit the down button. I would appreciate it. And also, hey, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can participate in these live streams again. Man, we usually have really good conversations. We got superstars in the building like Blood Boxing and Mr. Boxing today. Also, Corey Lee Boxing and Nino Brown. We got all kind of good people up in here, man. Check out some of these. If you guys see, a lot of these guys in blue have their own channels, and they're always really good conversations. Like we're talking about heavyweights today. One of the best channels, or the best channel for me, for heavyweights, like if I really want to try to understand and get a good viewpoint on heavyweights, I always go to Mr. Boxing Today too. Always. He's been my go-to heavyweight champion, my go-to heavyweight channel for years. Much better than this one when it comes to talking about the heavyweights. I'm just telling you straight up, much better than this one when we talk about the heavyweights. I'm giving you my opinion. That dude's been doing his homework and has been focusing on that specifically for several years now, and he has amazing content for the heavyweights. And the heavyweight should be, in my opinion, the best division in boxing at all times. And if Juice will get up off his backside and keep his word, then it could be there again, man. Corey Lee Boxing said he did his first interview this weekend. Cool, man. That's what's up. Man, salute to you, Mr. Boxing Today too. Salute to you. Santos Box Fanana, put some comments on your page yesterday breaking down the 10th and 11th round about it. Hey, man, Santos, it's hard for me, because I was on my phone. I have to read my comments on my phone because I've been telling you, man, my work has been crazy. I'll go back and I'll look at those again, and then I'll get back with you. But if it's real long, I have to take time to read those. And it's tough. It really is tough to do, man. I swear. Oh, man, that's what's up. You interviewed Jared Hurd and Gary Russell. Cool. Yeah. I hadn't called Ass Juice in a while, man. He's starting to get my stuff up. Yeah, but congratulations, man. It's good stuff, man. Put that work in, man. That's what's up. I'm thinking about, I might be starting a new boxing endeavor, man. I'm probably going to start actually writing articles for boxing. So I'll let you guys know about that as it progresses. Miss Boxing Fanatic, nice Corey Lee Boxing, good stuff. That's what's up. That's cool, man. Hey, man, look, all right. Okay. All right, let me get to these questions. Do you think AJ King El Rey, do you think AJ Anthony Joshua is a panty and bra set champion? Do you consider him a real champion? King El Rey, I'm gonna be real harsh on this, okay? I'm glad you asked that question. I'm gonna be real harsh on this, okay? I think that Anthony Joshua has a lot to prove. I think he's got a lot to prove. Because the belts that he has are belts that were given up by Tyson Fury. So there's not been a belt that he's won that really came from the guy that last held it. Really held it, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I think he needs to beat Tyson Fury in order to really claim to be the champion of those belts. And he's definitely not the WBC champion because that's over there with Deontay Wilder. So I'm going to take the words that Andre Ward said. Or better yet, the situation with Joe Frazier, right? When Joe Frazier won his heavyweight championship, when Ali was, in his exile, people didn't consider him to be the champion because Muhammad Ali had not lost. He hadn't lost in the ring, and he was the heavyweight champion, and he got stripped. It wasn't until Joe Frazier beat Muhammad Ali that he really became the champ. And I think historically, that's a fair assessment. So I think the same thing comes into play with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. That's my take on it. I mean, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. So he's got business with Tyson Fury. So if he fights Deontay Wilder, then if he beats him and he wins the WBC, wins the WBC belt, then he would be the WBC champion and he would still have that business to handle with Tyson Fury. So yeah, that's what my take is. I'm gonna view it as deleted thing because they're gonna get that. Let me tell you, I honestly, man, I feel like because I'm a little frustrated about something that happened in the chat. Hey, I'd like to tell you guys something too, man. We got a lot of creators on the channel, and I really do love giving shots out to channels and all that. But don't change the subject. Don't move the subject of the conversation in a way where you got five, six things going on that take the conversation somewhere else. I don't do that. And I don't appreciate it. Anthony Joshua is king. Who the hell has Wilder Hands been fighting his whole career, 38 fights, and you never ran into the best? That's hella suspect. Could be. But he fought the guy that held the belt, who won the belt in the ring from a vacant title, and he won it. And the guy that held it before retired. That's it. And he's got more than 38 fights, dude. He's got 40, George. But look, man, I had to say that because I just don't want that again, man. Let's be let's be respectful. There should be etiquette. I'm big on etiquette. And I think more than anybody else, I will shout out channels and ask people to go subscribe. I do subscriber drives for people. But when the conversation starts just going on and on and on, I think that's unfair because I think that's unfair. I shout out my man, Black Fight, Mr. Boxing Today. Mr. Boxing Today says thank you. You can go check out his channel. You can subscribe to Corey Lee Boxing. You subscribe to St. Cruising. You subscribe to 78 Sports TV, Blood Boxing, all of that. But that's about as far as that should go, man. You know what I mean? Because it's unfair to everybody else, and that's not the primary focus of the channel. Let's have good etiquette, man. I will, you know, sometimes I'll flip, and I was feeling like I was about to flip. Papa said, remember when people didn't consider Mike Tyson champion until he beat Spence, although he was undisputed, but Spence was lineal. Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. And honestly, man, I believe that the cat that's lineal, I think Wilder should be lineal. That's my belief. And I've done the research on it. I got to make sure I'm not short on this thing with God dang, what time is it? All right, yeah, I got about 20 more minutes. Yeah, I mean, that's why I thought that the lineal should go to Wilder because, or it's rather yet, to make it better. I think that the lineal championship should have passed from Lennox Lewis to Vitaly Klitschko and not Vladimir Klitschko. That's personally what I believe. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. He said Fanabi turning up. I mean, yeah, sometimes I do turn up, man. I do. I mean, let me tell you, man, I'm going to tell you who helped my channel. I'm going to get off the subject for 2 seconds. Black 78 Sports TV, Blood Boxing, Black Fight Fan TV helped out my channel by giving me shots out. And what I'll do is I will never even do a live stream when 78 Sports TV is doing one. I won't even do it because it would be me being dishonest if I would be trying to just outwardly take advantage of that situation. And I think that would be, like I said, 78 Sports TV. I called this man before I went live. I called him on the phone. 78, I know you go on at 8:30 in the morning. I'd like to go on early this morning. I had to see that you're not on yet. Are you going to go on? He's be like, look, I'm going to be on at 10. But hey, man, if I can go do some other things and I'll let you, that's cool. I said, all right, well, text me 15 minutes before you go on, and then I'll go on. I could have jumped on the fucking stream and did it and never called him. And just don't do that to people, man, because then it shit just creates a fucking situation where you can't collaborate with things. And everybody's channel can grow if you collaborate. I've saw videos made about smaller channels and bigger channels. I'm a smaller channel. I saw the video that was made about that. I mean, I didn't say anything about it. But if you're a smaller channel, you can't put your fucking hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, Onyx. Yeah, see, Onyx Razor Thick, he said 78 hit me too. I know. That's why I'm not going to fuck the dude over. Half of my subscribers are 78 Sports TV subscribers. I'm not stupid. And I'm just not dishonest. I got 12,000 subscribers. I guarantee you 10,000 of them are 78 subscribers. I mean, for real. If I went down this subscriber list and matched them, they'd be hitting. That's his crowd. That's all I'm saying. So, like, Mike Biggs is my dude. If I say, man, and please subscribe to Mike Biggs Boxing, subscribe to him. But Mike Biggs, if I try to send people to Mike Biggs to get Mike Biggs over 1,000, 20, 1,500, and we're going to collaborate, don't switch from collaborating to competing. You know what I mean? Don't don't be a fox in the hen house. Don't be a fox in the hen house. Cats let you in. Cats, represent for you. People vouch for you. And you get on. Yeah, the LDBC adopted from that. I mean, they put me on. Said I'm not Fanon, I'm a Fanon subscriber. Fanon, yeah, Sal. Exactly. Like Sal, that's a cat that's been with me since. There's a bunch of cats that have been with me for a very long time. No doubt. Reach the Watcher, I believe, was my first subscriber. Who's LD? He's my first subscriber. But look, I'm just saying, man, when you guys are growing your channel and you're trying to grow and do that stuff, you got to be respectful of cats, man. In your content, be respectful. You know, in your content, be respectful. In the way that you interact in comment sections, be respectful. And everything can grow, man. And we can all feed off each other, you know? Anyway, man, it is what it is. Let me get back to boxing, man. I'm sorry for that, man. And I'm not singling anybody out, man. But I'm telling you, I noticed that. I'm a newbie. What's going on, Cali Flex? It's good. Be respectful even when you do get bigger. Exactly. And you will get bigger, but then you'll see it. You'll see it, man. You'll see people taking stuff like, fuck it, I'll just change this into that type of conversation. Because we got a lot of people who subscribes. I'll see things like I want to do some things that I see. Shit, 78 is the best example, man. There's certain types of videos I'm not going to do. Because that's his bread and butter. That's what he does. So why would I try to like plagiarize off him, man? You know what I mean? It's just, that's just not how I'm made, man. Just don't be a fox in a hen house, man. Richard Hansen said, hey, Fanon, you was the first boxing channel that I subscribed to. Bro, man, I appreciate that, Richard Henson. What's good, man? Teron Maxon said, Joshua is flat-footed, scared of Wilder. Facts. I want to see the fight, man. I really just want to see the fight at this point. You know what I mean? I just want to see the fight at this point. No doubt about it. But look, man, I think, Pickers said, me too, Fanon. Yeah, that's just where I am. I mean, I made the best man win. You know? If it winds up that Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder, then cool. You know, he beats him. I got to see the fight. And then if he beats Tyson Fury, cool. He win. I got to see the fight. And I'm cool. You know, but all this, you know, who did more? I mean, like some of these are some of the most ridiculous manufactured arguments. Who's done more in 20 fights, Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua? Who did more in 20 fights? Who cares is my answer. Who cares who did more? Who is going to win the fight is the only thing that matters. That's not the finish line. What do you think, 25? Oh, well, then retire Anthony Joshua. Shoot, he don't need to fight anybody ever, right? It's just, come on, man. That's not even a relevant argument. That's just you pulling something out your backside because somebody's feelings are hurt about what about the fact that people want to see him put in danger. You know? Two Robinson, I just want to see the fight. Exactly. Gregory White said, this is my first boxing channel to subscribe to as well. That's what's up, Greg. Cool. I called you Greg, man. Sorry, man. Gregory. For now, I appreciate that, Corey Lee. Appreciate it. Marcus Johnson said, I can't comprehend how a true fan wouldn't want to see the two best fights for the undisputed title. Oh, yeah, man. I don't either. And that's why I want to see, like, even like with Lomachenko. Like with Lomachenko, what's going on, Chris Walker? Like with Lomachenko saying that he's going to fight, what's the dude's name? The WBO champion, Ray Beltran. I'm cool with that because it's a unification fight, right? And Mikey Garcia is fighting Robert Easter. I got to make a video about that. I can't believe that I haven't done that yet, but they're going to fight each other. Those are two unification fights. And after that, let those guys fight, and then you get a champion. Really, man, people point to a lot of times. Hey, man, thank you. Nappy 350, your channel is top 5. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Excuse me. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it, Corey. It's all love. I appreciate you. Look, man, if there's one change I would make to boxing, it would be that somebody would mandate one sanctioning body, and that's it. I mean, yeah, one not yeah one is that a sanction? WBC is a sanctioning body. Yeah, one sanctioning body. That's it. That somebody would unify all four of those major ones, get rid of them, get rid of anything that is not international. The only international, there would be one international belt, and that's it. And then in order to get that, people would always have to be fighting up to get to, a number one position or whatever. And that's with it. That would be what I would think would be the best thing that could happen to boxing, man. Oh, Mr. Rocco Martino, WBC wasn't first. It was actually the WBA was before the WBC. And before that, it was the NBA. The NBA changed from NBA in the 50s to the WBA. And then the WBC broke from the WBA. And then I think after that, the IBF, I think then the IBF broke from the WBA. And then the WBO didn't break off. It was created by somebody who was a part of the WBA. It's like, but pretty much I think they all splintered off from the WBA, not the WBC. But that is what it is, man. Anyway, it is what it is with that stuff. I cannot see how long I've been on here. Does somebody know the time? I wanted to do an hour on here. Oh yeah, Angel Morales says, yeah, it's just what's going on, Mark Blake? Yeah, WBC is just the most recognized. And I think that it is. Right now, I think it's the best one because it keeps popping people for going dirty. Now, they got their issues, no doubt. I'm not saying they're anything, nothing from purpose. Oh, for now, no, man, the IBU plus the N. No. Yeah, you're right. I didn't go past that, Rocky Marciano. I didn't want to go past. I didn't want to go past the IBU and the NYSAC, but that was not to the WBC. It was to the WBA. Those two organizations became the WBA, and then the WBC came. You got that first part right, but that WBC, it was the WBA first. I promise you. Larry Holmes was the first notable IBF title holder. Yeah. And that's where, and that's how IBF got their recognition was from Larry Holmes. Oh, 57 minutes. Thanks. Cool. I said, you've been on for 5 minutes. Keep talking. Nah, man, I'm going to keep my word, man. I'm keeping my word, man. I told my man 78 I would be on for an hour. And then, because, man, 78, man, his live streams are super tight. There'll be 500 people in that one, so you guys will be able to talk and have a lot of real good conversations going on in the chat room with that. You know what I mean? Just switch over to him, man. I might call and jump on with him or something like that, but I got to keep. For now, you're mixed up. The IBU is first. The IBU became the EBU and is a member of the WBC. IBU is WBC. All right, man. We can agree. We can figure out. I'll look at that again, man. And if I'm wrong, then we can, I'll correct it, man. I don't think I'm wrong, but if I am wrong, it wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the first time that I've been wrong about something. It'll just be the first time this decade. Kidding. Hey, what's going on, Cash Alexander Fanon? I like how your subscribers try to keep you up on. Yeah. Hey, man, I've been trying to tell people that the channel, what's 78's channel? It's 78 Sports TV. 78 Sports TV. I'm trying to tell you, I try to tell you, man, there's a lot of very, very knowledgeable boxing fans in this, and they come to these live streams. Very, very knowledgeable boxing fans. As far as that whole WBA, WBC thing, I know that those sanctioning bodies, I mean, there's a whole big story behind it, man. Oh, thanks you, man. Thanks, Nappy 350. Yeah, that's it right there. He has it right there. General Squirrel said a 78 average is about 500 in the chat. Yeah, it's the biggest chat. It's the biggest chat on YouTube. without a doubt. I mean, I don't think anybody's. There's channels that have more subscribers, but there's nobody that has bigger live streams. I mean, there were people participate them in more actively than 78 Sports TV. Fanon said, "Thanks for giving me the time, bud. Thank me when you look it up." Yeah, hey, thank you in advance, my man. Thank you in advance, man. Oh man, no NBC then WBA. NBC was East Coast. Yeah, you got some historians in this joint. Yeah, it is what it is, though. All right, so look, man, I'm about to let me get in like 2 or 3 more questions, man. Shot again, man. Subscribe to Corey Lee Boxing. Subscribe to my man, Mr. Boxing Today, Mike Biggs Boxing, Nino Brown. You know, if you guys, a lot of cats in the blue, they have channels and they're very good. I'm telling you, very good subject matter, and you guys will enjoy their videos. You know, not everybody's style is for everybody, but you know, the more channels that do well and they're talking about boxing and really are fans of boxing, not the fans of fighters, you know, just being a fan of the sport of boxing, then, hey, man, I'm telling you that'll do a lot for the sport of boxing, man. Yeah, Mike Biggs Boxing's there. Yep. D21519 for 9. It was King Core and 78 that put me on to you, and I'm hella happy they did. Love the maturity here, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we try to keep it. Sometimes I'll dip. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll dip. Yeah, Reef the Watcher said, "Oh man, hey, subscribe to Reef the Watcher." Now, Reef the Watcher is an interesting dude, man, because he's like what would I call Reef? I watch all of Reef's videos because Reef, I don't do videos. There's like a lot of cats. What's going on, Dr. Blick out there in the UK? Everybody channel grows. It helps the sport. Exactly, Black Ham TV. Let me tell you, man, this is why the Reef the Watcher is probably the hardest core LDBC channel. Because sometimes he'll talk boxing, but a lot of times there's these guys who are these consistent trolls. Oh man, these dudes man, I'm telling you, I read all my comments, so these cats get on my nerves. It's just that I don't ever respond to them. I just can't do because I make 20-minute videos. I'll be cussing somebody out for 20 minutes, man. That's just not gonna work for me. But Reef the Watcher, man, is funny. Reef is funny, man. He's good. And his videos are like 2-3 minutes. You can check 4 to 5 minutes sometimes. And you get a good dictionary. You'll get a good vocabulary lesson in Reef's videos. So check it out, man. He said, Reef the Watcher be on the hunt with that wrench, though. Oh, he's not. Oh, is he? He's not. I don't even think Reef's got a wrench on my channel, which is crazy. We got to fix that. Oh, thank Reef. I didn't realize that you didn't have a wrench. I haven't given out a wrench in a month. But boom. Yeah, Blood Boxing is a really good channel. Oh, hell yeah, definitely subscribe to Blood Boxing. Blood Boxing tells you, now he's a boxing historian. That's his big thing. And also he's a truth teller, man. If the way he sees it, he'll tell it. And he's not above just clowning you and just kind of playing with you. You know what I mean? Which is cool. We all got different styles, man. For now, you going to be back for lunch? Maybe. I'm not sure, man. I hadn't done any live streams. I might come back on, man. But I definitely got to bounce, man, because I know I'm at an hour now. He said he was going on, so I'm going to check it out. Hey, Reef watch. Hey, no, man, much. Hey, man, you know you're my guy, Reef. What's going on, KO? How you feeling, man? Blood Boxing is gut-wrenching funny. Oh, yeah, man. Blood Boxing is hilarious. Yeah, he's a realist. That's what's up. Yeah, absolutely, man. These cats in LDBC are killing it. No doubt about it, man. We said Blood's Plantation. Yeah. For 9 International Boxing, always a pleasure, dude. Stay up and keep doing you. Much love, man. I appreciate that, man. For 9, never forget the Michael Collins fiasco. Okay, I gotta remember. How did I not remember it now? Shit. Okay. Damn it. Onyx Senior did miss. Don't miss any more streams, counselor. Just kidding. Yeah. Hey, man, it was tough. And honestly, man, I think I think that the notifications are working now. YouTube must have done something to the notifications because it was just for a few days there, man. It was crazy with a number of people saying that they weren't getting them, man. KV, I appreciate that, man. Bloods UK skid had me rolling on the floor. Yeah, dude is hilarious, dude, man. All right, man. So look, I got to get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the super chat. And my man Ali Vosa, definitely hit me up again, man, because I can't find your email. And with that, I'm out. Peace.